Rarely do films mirror the reality that many teenagers experience today with having grown up in uncensored online spaces with little to no content restrictions. We're All Going to the World's Fair is Jane Schoenbrun's 2021 psychological coming-of-age horror that presents to its audience an all too familiar feeling of isolation, anonymity, and vulnerability. Our story follows that of Casey, a teenager whose story could take place in 2001 or as recent as last year. The inconspicuosity of the time that the film takes place blurs the lines between the timeless void of the internet and reality. Casey spends most of her time alone on her computer in different online chat rooms, but most importantly of all, completing creepypasta challenges. For those who are not familiar with creepypastas, similar to copypastas that are long text chains that are copied from one platform to the next, creepypastas are stories that become digital folklore that are told and retold. They usually have a horror aspect to them, granting them the name creepypasta. Well-known creepypastas include Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, Smile Dog, and many others. Although We're All Going to the World's Fair is more than an internet folklore, it represents a desire to escape reality or become something entirely different. The film follows a format similar to that of found footage films, where Casey films and live streams herself in an attempt to track the changes she sees in herself, brought upon by completing the challenges. When Casey is not live streaming her life, she is online watching YouTube. Casey engages in watching from a comfortable space, removing herself from the environment of the spectator. She continues to look in on a private world unaware of the spectator's own existence. Linda Williams suggests that by looking, Casey is engaging in a voyeuristic act, equally compared to how men look at women. But for Casey, when she looks and watches, instead of watching from the point of view of a man, she watches with apathy and likeness. All the time Casey spends online creates an untanglement of identity as she spends hours staring at nothing more than a glowing screen in the dark. The illusion of comfort that it brings is eventually shattered when you, the viewer, are met with a buffering screen that continues to load for what feels like an eternity. Furthermore, Casey's own reality of finding comfort online is fractured when she meets her antagonist through an eerily threatening message. JLB is easily recognizable as someone who participates in creepypastas that is verging on the side of creepy or predatory-like. JBL attempts to get into contact with Casey after she posts a video of herself and the changes she notices after doing the challenges. The role of the act of viewing is consequently reversed when one of Casey's viewers is personified, that viewer being JLB. There is an indisputable connection between Casey and her online persona. Although she may present herself as tough, hardcore, and fearless, it is not until she is in her room looking onto the mirror, her computer, that she sees who the monster is, her own online persona. By introducing JLB, the viewer now identifies that Casey's safety is in jeopardy. Williams writes that the audience's belated adoption of the woman's point of view may also permit a different form of identification and sympathy to take place, not between the audience and the character who looks, but between the two objects of the cinematic spectacle, who encounter one another in this look, the woman and the monster. Casey begins to make videos for JLB, directing them towards him. As time goes on, Casey becomes more hostile towards JLB, causing him to worry for the state of her mental health. The two of them talk one last time, and we end on JLB with his hand on the computer screen. This proves that we are as much guilty and complacent for being viewers unto Casey as much as JLB is.